Morning, guys. Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily with Block Party Trading. Today you're with Christian, or Block_Head, as some of you know me. And we're going to be doing our Bitcoin analysis on the 12th of the 1st, 2021. And let's see where we are. The title of this video is Should I Stay or Should I FOMO? So are you going to be buying in, or are you going to be staying in your positions as it stands at the moment? Well, as we saw yesterday, Bitcoin suffered a pretty epic dump, a pretty epic crash, pretty much up there with the one that everyone was expecting, a huge correction, a walloping 24%. I believe it's the biggest crash in 24 hours in Bitcoin history. Now, this is relative to the actual, sheer scale of what the price of the coin was. So we just saw a dump from 41k down to 30k. That's 11 grand, guys. Can you remember the days when Bitcoin was trying to break 10 grand? That's that entire price wiped out in 24 hours. That's where we're at. Pretty cool, right? All in all, kind of, we got down to the 30k region. There was kind of a fair bit of speculation there that's where we'd see a bit of a clean bounce. We saw a few attempted bounces on the way down, one at 38.4, one at, where is it, 35k, then again at 33.7, and finally at your 30.5k mark. 30.5k makes a lot of sense, guys. So this is one thing that I will kind of mention to you when you're trying to catch BTC bounces. It is like catching knives. It's probably the most risky play in crypto trading. So try not to over leverage yourself ever there, guys, but there are some kind of key markers that you can really spot, such as 30k. So you'll see a lot of bounces frustratingly happen at like $500 above the actual 1,000. The reason for this is because all traders will be expecting it to hit 30k, or the smart traders will put their buys just above 30.5k to make sure that your order gets filled. So whilst you do have to sacrifice a bit of your leverage so you don't get wicked out so quickly, it does almost guarantee that you'll fill your order, which is probably the most important thing. So had you managed to get in there like an absolute Jedi, then you would have made 18% back quite nicely. So what are we talking about today? Well, as we can see, I'm on the 1 hour chart. I don't tend to like to use the 1 hour too much on Bitcoin, but it was really the only chart I could find any kind of main pattern on, which is shaping up to be a bit of a loose head and shoulders here, which is encouraging. And as we can see, we're in a bit of a state of contention here. We've bounced off this resistance here and coming back down to this support. It's nice that we haven't flown straight through, but at the same time, this most recent candle is not the most encouraging. So my general kind of opinion from the get-go is don't dive into anything too heavy at the moment regarding your alts or any new trades, any hodls. I think should be absolutely fine. Any short-term trades, long trades should be absolutely fine, providing you've got some decent stop losses, but try not to set up any kind of new long-term trades just yet. I think there could potentially be some more further downside. For instance, if we break this 34.8k, there will be a pretty sharp snap to 33.7k, and then flying straight down from there on next reel. I don't think this left shoulder here will stop us too much. I think we'll shoot straight down back to the 30.5k again. I have personally got a buy set up at 30.5k, not too heavily leveraged, as we'll have a little look at now. Come on off, there we go. Have a little look in Tensor Charts. Great program. We can see some nice little buys starting to populate at 34 and 33k. Very encouraging there to make sure that this support is going to hold. But as we can see, the majority of them are down here. This was actually considerably higher, between 30 and 28k. So yeah, very encouraging to see that there is all this support and buys now for Bitcoin, which is very anti-dump. Awesome news there. Have a quick look at the dominance versus price. This little section just let's get a little box out. I'll just use a circle. So if we see this little section just here, and equally just here. This is not ideal. This is the worst thing for alts in the world when the Bitcoin dominance is going up. Sorry, shift this over here a bit. Oops. So when Bitcoin dominance is going up and price is going down, that's like super duper bad news. Worst kind of news for alts. You know, that's when we see the dumps. But as we can see just here on this line, that price is going up, dominance is going down. That is essentially the perfect conditions for alts to start to rally again. But then we can see again, it's just going down a little bit and price is going up. So yeah, we're getting into a bit of a better flow now. We want to see the price going up, dominance going down for Bitcoin. Blah, blah, blah. And one other thing, yep, cool. Let's pop back to the chart now. So fundamental wise, there is a watch the swear words there. There is a hell of a lot of FUD going on around Bitcoin at the moment. A lot of media, negative media attention being pushed on it as well, which is kind of to be expected when Bitcoin's really starting to challenge the global economy in the way that it is. There's going to be a lot of fear mongering coming from folks within this traditional market sector to try and devalue the coin as much as possible, to put a lot of uncertainty into it. We see a hell of a lot of clickbait headlines popping up now. Things which are Bitcoin holders will lose all of their money. You know, when you start to click on those actual trades themselves, it will just be something along the lines of, you know, the FCA hasn't regulated it yet, so you will lose all your money because of the volatility, not necessarily predicated on the technology or the actual withdrawal side of it, but based on the actual essentially trading side of it. And this is subject to any market, stocks or Forex or whatever you're trading in. Of course, if you don't know what you're doing, you're at more risk than somebody who does know what they're doing. So, you know, thank you very much there, clickbait articles, for stating the complete and utter obvious. But hey, you know, if you're part of Block Party Trading, that's what we're here for, is to try and help you along the way and make you better traders. So what are my predictions for Bitcoin at the moment? I'm not going to put a clean prediction on it today because right now we are 50-50 in what it will do. Of course, I'd like it to be a little bit more bullish to break this 36.6k resistance, and then I think if that happens, we'll see a little bit more reminiscent of what's happened on going a bit too far back, reminiscent of what's happened on kind of previous dumps, where here we just had a real steady, nice incline, another dump, but then again another real big push, dump here, another real nice push, dump here, another real nice push. I think we'll be seeing something of that nature happening here. As you can see, it's already started to unfold. Printing higher lows is always a good thing, and higher highs and higher lows, hopefully here, is another good thing. So if I had a gun to my head, I'd say 60% bullish to 40% bearish right now. Although please be mindful, it will be a savage drop if we lose these supports in the immediate future. So again, keep your exposure low, guys. Volatility is still considered quite high. Trading in alts is still considered very high at the moment. So yeah, that's my daily Bitcoin analysis. Oh, and another thing, please be sure to check out our YouTube channel, which is now being populated quite nicely with all of alt daily analysis, Bitcoin daily analysis, and all of our tutorials. Anyway, probably catch you guys tomorrow.